There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand little lad was young Albert, and dressed in his best, quite a swell, with a stick with an horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworths would sell. But they didn't think much to the ocean. The waves, they were piddling and small. There were no wrecks, or nobody drowning, nothing to laugh at all. So seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo, where there are lions and tigers and camels and cold ale and sandwiches too. Well, there was one great big lion called Wallace, whose nose was covered in scars, and he lay in a somnolent posture with the side of his face on bars. Now Albert knew all about lions, how they was ferocious and wild, and to see Wallace lying so peaceful, it didn't seem right to the child. So straightway the brave little fella, not showing a morsel of fear, took his stick with his horse's head handle and shoved it in Wallace's ear. Well, you could tell that the lion didn't like it, for he let out a kind of a roar, and he pulled Albert in the cage with him and swallowed the little lad whole. Now Pa, who had seen the occurrence and didn't know what to do next, said, "Mother, your lion's it, Albert." And Mother says, "I am vexed." They complained to the animal keeper, who said, "What a nasty mishap. Are you sure it's your boy he's eaten?" And Pa says, "Am I sure? There's his cap." Well, the manager has to be sent for, and he came and he says, "What's to do?" And Pa says, "Yon lion's at Albert, and him in his Sunday clothes too." And Mother says, "Right's right, young fella, I think it's a shame and a sin for a lion to eat up our Albert and after we'd paid to come in." Well, the manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away. He says, "How much to settle the matter?" And Pa says, "What do you usually pay?" Well, at that Mother got a bit awkward when she thought where Albert had gone. She said, "No, someone's got to be summoned." So that was decided upon. Well, then they went down to the police station in front of the magistrate chap, and they told him what had happened to Albert, and they proved it by showing his cap. Well, the magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he said that he, the Ramsbottoms, would add further sons to their name. Well, at that Mother gets proper blazing, and "Thank you, sir, kindly," says she. "What waste all our lives raising children just to feed ruddy lions? Not me."